Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Starcraft 2. This episode is going to be done a little bit differently. I've recorded the voiceover in post because I recorded it and then forgot to save the MP3 with my voice recording in. So this mission I'm going to be playing is the final Protoss mission in the campaign. The idea is to hold out for as long as you can. So I'm going to hit continue now and we'll just see what's going on. So here we are, they've got a couple more research projects I can now purchase. I think I'm all done on the Zerg research. I'm not all done on the Protoss, annoyingly. But what this does mean is that any more research I get that's Zerg, I can automatically essentially sell for money. So now I'll be getting cash rather than Zerg research, which is useful because it helps me just get all the upgrades I want. There's no real reason to get any cash, because once you've upgraded all the things you want, it's easy. Now with the two Zerg ones, I go for the Psi Disruptor. It slows all nearby Zerg units. This is very, very useful later on in the game. The mission it's used for there is pretty much the final mission in the game, and that's where it's most useful. Now for the Protoss research, both here are useful. The Raven is more offensive support. The Science Vessel is defensive support, but the Science Vessel is one of the only units that sort of like offensively can repair mechanical units. So you can use SCVs, but they die really quickly. The Science Vessel at least has got a bit of survivability to it because it's flying, so less things can hit it. And now we're going to view the Protoss and Zerg tanks. There's a bit more background here. The Protoss tank is essentially helping you again. It's fixing things for you, and that's where they've got the idea for the Science Vessel from. Because it's trying to help you out. The Zerg research, on the other hand, the Zerg specimen, it's kind of doing the opposite. It's giving you some useful stuff, and it's trying to break out. Why they don't just destroy something that's trying to break out, I don't know, because that's probably going to prove bad later on, but okay. Now we're going to go to the bridge, and I think Horner's got a few things to say.
Damn, Matt. I don't even know what to make of this last vision from the crystal. Zeratul was looking for more clues about the end of the universe. But this time, he was on Ire.
Ire? What was he looking for?
He was trying to find out why the Overmind made the Queen of Blades in the first place.
She's the one that's gonna destroy the universe?
No. That's just it. I think she's the only one that can save it.
That's a bit of foreshadowing there.
You know, I've been watching the logs. Those damn Protoss are still way ahead of us. I can't believe some of the stunts they can pull off.
Tell me about it. They've learned some new tricks since the last time we fought.
I mean, come on. Since when could they warp in guys just anywhere? I thought they needed some kind of gateway at least.
Not just anywhere. They need a pylon or another power source close by. Still, they've been working to improve their tech just like us.
Yeah, so the Protoss are improving their tech as well. Let's see what stuff I can buy. Because as I'm getting more and more cash, isn't that? No, there's loads of upgrades I can still get, but there's not anything I really want. Next upgrade I'll get probably be a bunker-based one, because that'll be useful for later. Or the tank one, because that's generally useful. Now back to the lab and start the mission up. Well, start the mission briefing.
Now, friend Raynor, you must see the Overmind's vision of the future. The end of my people, and of all things. This is our fate, should Kerrigan die.
Right, and so this gives you a bit of both research here, Protoss being the most important to me now. But yeah, this mission's a bit different. The idea is keep going until you die.
I don't think I want to see any vision of the Overminds. If Kerrigan's involved, I need to know.
On a distant, shadowed world, the Protoss will make their final stand. Their heroes will gather. Their forces will be marshaled, and they will die bravely. All will bow before the power of the Fallen One.
Protoss brethren, heed me. The last twilight has fallen. The galaxy burns around us. The Terrans have been consumed. We are all that stands against the Shadow. But if we are to meet our end this day, then we will do so as one. Entaro Tassadar!
Right, here we go. You'll notice specifically you have a lot less units than you here than you did in that little cinematic before. But the idea is, you can see on the little mini-map there are 3 entrances into your base. Hold them. Hold them for as long as you possibly can. So the first thing you do is build an absolute god ton of probes. Because resources at the moment aren't limited, and they're pretty much not limited throughout. What I'm also doing here is I'm building pylons, because we're going to block the entrances. The idea being block the entrances so nothing can get in. Make the gateways into warp gates, you can warp in units easy, and yes, don't do what I did and actually rally your probes to the mineral patches, otherwise they just sit there and do nothing. And then you've got to run around re-rallying things. More gateways going down, just build a couple of extra units if needed, because when the excrement starts to hit the fan, being able to build units quickly helps. Now these here are very, very useful, and they will be useful throughout the mission. Because my main way of doing the mission is to have an air force, and that is what responds to everything. And the Phoenixes can pick up units, they can pick up the hybrids. Now you'll notice there at the north, I couldn't build a gateway. That's because I built the pylon in the wrong bloody place. Gateways are great for walling off, because they've got a decent amount of health. So they're a lot better than cannons for walling off, because cannons have bugger all health. If cannons can shoot and gateways can't, true. But building a few more cannons up there, because they will attack by air as well. So having a couple of extra cannons helps. But as the basic stuff is done, just need to wall off that the top area once I've got a chance. But for now, there comes the first attack. And I've got my forces, send them over there. I should also be sending the Colossus up there, but I forgot. Now these Phoenixes will deal with air units pretty damn quickly. The air units have no chance against Phoenixes. They are the best anti-air unit because they can shoot while flying around and they're pretty quick. But there we go, that's the first wave dealt with. Now you'll notice at the top it's got an enemy slain. The idea is to kill 1,500 units. This goes up as the difficulties go up. The bonus objective is to hold basically this first level for 25 minutes. It's actually pretty simple to do. You generally only do it if you really screw up. As long as you're walling off of building stuff, because you don't need to go out. Let's just turn these into gateways, so warp gate size, so there's more. And I can't build Colossuses yet, so I need to build a robotics bay first. Now Colossuses can start to go up. And there's units attacking there, destroyed one of my gateways annoyingly, I'll just have to rebuild that one. They've done shield damage, which is repairable, but not... Protoss can't repair health damage. There's no way for Protoss to repair health damage without the use of another race's units. So shield damage regens automatically, health damage will never regen, or armor damage as it may be for buildings. So any armor damage is bad. Now I'm doing there, plopping down a couple of extra forges. There's 3 ground-based upgrades, so forge-based upgrades, so just upgrade them all at once because every little is going to help here. Here's another attack, air, ground, and ultralisk. The ultralisk is the only annoying thing, as I'm going to find out here, I can't pick it up with the Phoenixes. It's a big unit, a massive unit, so it can't be picked up. Everything else, however, can die nicely. So I've got to find my pet probe. In a minute, I will assign a probe to be a pet probe. This is my builder probe. He's going to rebuild everything that dies. Build a couple more cannons there as well to hopefully stop it from dying so quickly next time. The 141 units killed, so I've made a good start. nearly 10% of the way through it. Out of minerals because, well, I'm spending quite a lot of them on walls at the moment. But the basic units there, I've got the basic structure for what you need to do for defend. You have a static defense, but you have a moving defense as well.
All shall be remade in my name. Behold, my greatest creation.
And this signals the start of the hybrid attack. So this attack now will have a hybrid in it, or a load of hybrids. And the best way to deal with these is to pick them up, because while they're in the air, they can't attack, and they do a lot of damage. So while they're in the air, they're just sort of stuck in the air. Most of my other units will shoot them, and when they fall, they will fall one at a time. So just pick up as many as I can, have everything shoot at them, and considering there's a big wave of them, they didn't actually do that much damage, only a couple of cannons. So I'd have to find my pet probe, and realise I can't build the gateways up there because that pylon is in completely wrong place.
Detecting a large amount of Zerg activity.
And they're going for another assault. But where?
Prepare for an assault.
That's the fun question. It's always the same bloody question. Where are they going to build it? I'm building more phoenixes because the idea is at the end of this, what you tend to have is a big, small sort of land force at each area. A couple of colossuses, a few things to shoot. But the air force that flies around, that's your main defense method. It's what you mainly use for the really big attacks, the attacks that aren't just Zerglings charging at you like they are here. This is just a load of Zerglings attacking. It's a free counter boost really, nothing else. Let's get all the upgrades I can because everything needs to hit as hard as possible for this. Do I lose? No, the gateway stands, but it's going to be destroyed by me because again, you can't repair. So all that's going to mean is that when the shield goes down next, it's going to die instantly. Whereas if I rebuild it with the pet probe, which has now gone missing, so I've got to reassign a new one to him. And as you can see, I've been sending units the wrong directions. They've been trying to go places they can't get to, so they go out of the base instead. And then destroyed another cannon, but they're not actually in the base, which is the main thing. Just build that there. Yep, build the cannon behind as well. Now they're attacking from the north. Everyone go! By that I mean the Air Force goes. Now, as you see, I send that Colossus over there. I just want him to stand there. The idea is when the Zerglings come, I've got something there shooting the Zerglings before the main army gets there. It just helps limit the damage that's happening. And here's quite well defended one anyway because you've got the cannons on either side, so that everything's getting shot. And here's one of the first things of reinforcements you get. But first, I need to got some hybrids to pick up. But now they've just sent over, so I've got a couple of void ray reinforcements, and now I can build void rays. So they can properly shoot. They can shoot air and ground. So they're very useful, as a very useful part of my air force. The amount of units killed has gone up dramatically, about a third of the way already. And it goes up more and more and more as the level goes on, really, because they send more and more at you. Yeah, I suppose actually it stops a little bit because they send bigger things at you rather than more things.
We tarry too long.
But for now, it's all you need to do is just keep building and increase the size of the air force, and just get a couple of colossuses. You can put a couple of colossus, a colossus or two at each entrance, and with that there, with gateways, with cannons, it's going to hold the line until the air force gets there. If not, just kill anything outright. So a minor attack won't survive. Just don't do what I do and put that pylon up there, so make it so you can't build a gateway. So start warping a couple of extra units just to shoot at anything that decides to try to attack. Just to, again, a little bit of extra push. It's especially useful when you can see here there's quite a lot of attack and there's a hybrid in the mix as well. So let's pick up the hybrid. Now the hybrid can't do anything. Set the void rays on it and it's going to die pretty quickly. There we go, I lost a cannon from that attack. So 150 minerals, but the Zerg's kind of got all it needs. There's no way you can beat the Zerg. Probe's under attack because he's outside after we built it, after we built the cannon. So he's going to get munched by that Omega-Lisk, a really big Ultralisk. Get more of the upgrades, get more void rays. I do actually have these set to a control group. I don't know why I'm not using that, but see, I can't build anything up there. But I'm just building a few units here and there, just to couple of extra things, a couple of extra shots that might be the difference between something surviving and something not. There's Colossuses going everywhere, and with perfect timing. Let's pick up all of the... oh no, I picked up one and flown straight past the others. But there we go, they're all being picked up and they're all dying nicely. Here comes the secondary attack that I'm right in the front lines for with my Air Force, it should be how it works. But it's just Mutalisk, Mutalisk just get ripped apart by Phoenix. Phoenix is pretty much the perfect counter to a Muta. Of course, the Phoenix can't shoot down; they can only shoot up, and that's why you pick up units. But another attack. But I've got Colossuses there, so that's got no bloody chance. I need another pet probe or two, so let's get ready with that.
Upgrade complete.
There we go. That will be, and then I'll wall off the area up here. Be fully walled off again.
My charge. I will be. Command me.
So there we go. I've got them just reassigning everything because a bit of downtime, which gives me a chance to rebuild my forces, set them where I want them to go, and get ready to start building and upgrading. Because the upgrades are coming along nicely. So with that, that'll be all the ground upgrades I've got. So shields being at maximum strength, armor and ground attack at maximum strength. So the Colossus are going to be doing a lot of damage. Air units not as strong as they could be right now, but I've got enough of them, and I keep them behind the scenes, sort of behind the front lines, so they can do a lot of damage, and they hopefully won't get shot at. The walls are back up with the cannons in place. That's a little bit low, that one there, so I think I'm going to destroy it, because there's not much in the way of shields there, and there's sod all health. So as soon as that starts building, it's already going to have more health than what the other one had before. Now what they do is, now they occasionally build Nidus worms. Unfortunately, the Nidus worms they sent out tended to be pretty much in perfect range of all of my forces, so they just melted as soon as they appeared. I'll be a bit careful though, because a few could turn up in other places. But in this case, they're not.
This is the hour of truth, noble Templar. Let the enemy know the wrath of Ire's champions.
Here's the next wave of reinforcements. The Protoss unit, the carrier. This is pretty much their ultimate air unit. It releases a load of little interceptors. That's what does the damage. But they release so many of them, they're constantly attacking. It completely screws with the AI of attacking air, of the units that are attacking air unless you control them. And it does a hell of a lot of damage. It's quite survivable at the same time, so it's a great unit. And pretty much perfect for this because I'm just adding it to the Air Force and it'll start pissing people off as soon as they turn up. As you can see, I've got about 1,000 units left to kill. It's still going to take some time, about 10 minutes on the Protoss archive as well. So probably about, yeah, it should probably be another sort of like 10-20 minutes before the mission's over, because you have to kill that many forces, then you have to wait for yourself to die after you've killed that many forces, which sometimes can take some time if the defense is quite good, because you tend to still kill units. So just what I tend to do is just not rebuild the static defenses, instead just keep on building units but not rebuild the static defenses, because without the static defenses there's a big hole and things just surge through. That's why you build them. Build them to stop the Zerglings from completely screwing over everything. There we go, sending the pet probe out, and he's built and come on the right side of the building after he's built it, which is a good sign for him.
Upgrade complete.
All the upgrades pretty much are now done,
Complete.
so the ground units are now as strong as they can be. Now, I built this thinking that, you know, there's some upgrades to go, and then I realised I've already got the maximum attack, so it's only defense. You can only research one defense at a time. So it would have been completely pointless building it, so save a bit of cash.
Is upon us.
There is another carrier, so what I'm going to do now is send, well, when I've got a Colossus in each area, oh, and those units there that are shooting the Zergy ones, they're called Protoss. They're long-range siege. You need an air force to take them out. The cannons, they outrange cannons. But I'm sending a carrier to each side as well, so along with the Colossus, I have a carrier shooting little interceptors at things just to annoy them. And there's loads of hybrids to pick them all up so they can't do any damage. They'll just be shot by everything instead. There we go. 4 hybrids, powerful units, all dead just because they were picked up in the air and stuck in the air.
Awaiting the call. Un anak baru.
So now you can see in each area you've got that little the Omega list. They're very powerful. You can't really take them down, well you can, but there's no benefit to taking them down. There's no benefit for leaving the base really. There is a little base you can get over there, but obviously it's quite close to where the Zerg come in, so good luck holding it, because the Zerg are just going to surge. And they're going to surge every single time. Now, only 5 minutes left on the Protoss archive. That's nearly done. That won't take, and that will just go down. That'll give me some extra research. Nothing much else. But it just means you've got to hold the lower ground.
So shall I be your end.
And here come the attacks again. Just a few Zerglings at the moment. They're just going to get melted by the Colossus. All that's doing here is adding to my enemy slain count by quite a good margin. And there we go, this will be the final upgrade. After that, all of my units will be as upgraded as they possibly can be. Let's retreat the forces a little bit. Oh no, go forward, but we need to be careful of the Hydras as they can shoot up, which always was important if you were using air. Oh, I'm under attack from the other side as well. There's under attack from everywhere. This is where it starts to get a bit fun. Because the attacks will come from all directions. It's how the stakes get upped, because you've got to try to respond. Having an air force is good because you respond quickly, but obviously you need ground forces as well to hold the line until the air force can get there. And you can't just have static defences like cannons, because that's just frankly not good enough. There's a hybrid turned up and he died pretty quickly. Here come the Zerglings to the other side. And we've got Mutalisks as well, we've got Hydralisks, we've got the whole lot here. As you can see, there's more going from all sides again. Pick up the hybrids because you know they're damaging. So you need to get them dead as soon as possible. There we go. All the little interceptors going back into the carrier. It's a bit of a damaging attack at the top, but not too bad. It's just about rebuildable. Usually pet. Now up here I can build up there, but it's good luck for the probe getting there, because he's going to have to go past an Omega list.
Base is under attack.
There we go, need to pick these units up, but yep, I get one of them.
Your probes are under
Probe's under attack, it's going to die, that's how it works. So need a new pet probe in a minute. But for now, just checking this again, those gates are they're pretty well defended. Unless there's an absolute screw up, they're not getting through that without one hell of a push. Because you've got carriers there shooting at them, you've got Colossus there dealing with all the little units. And you've got a couple of Immortals on some of them dealing with anything that's big and armoured, so it's pretty much you've got the full counter there. 1 minute left on the archive, that's nearly done. Then it doesn't matter if I lose the lower ground, which is very unlikely for that to happen at the moment.
upgrade complete.
And then there we go, there's more upgrades being completed. There's not much to say about this at the moment because the attacks aren't happening, but as you can see an attack forming at the top right there. There's a lot of forces about to come.
You have no place to hide and nowhere to run.
So you're going to send the forces up, get ready for this. A bit more gateways coming, and there's Niduses everywhere. So here they come, so you can get rid of the Niduses because they're producing units constantly. Big attack coming from the top as well, while the Niduses are annoying me. Pick him, and he's down, there's more Niduses appearing. I've got cannons in most of the useful places, but not everywhere. Not that the cannons would purely help with the Niduses, but they do. They distract the little gits that come out of them just long enough that you don't really need to worry about it. There we go, they're attacking there, they've got no chance of getting rid of that. Not with the carriers turning up anyway. And now it's time to build cannons everywhere, and they might decide to put a Nidus. At least, very least, as the Nidus is forming, the cannon will shoot it and probably kill it before it releases too many little units. Attacks from all sides here, that's probably the most dangerous. It's got the Brood Lords, so that needs to be dealt with first. These Brood Lords are quite bad. You can't really kill them with anything except air. You can shoot them from the ground units to shoot up, but they've got such a long range that by the time your units are within range of it, there's a good chance that they've been hit a few times. Enemy slain is nearly there. The Protoss archive has been defended. A few more cannons up there, a bit of extra defense. There's only so much you can do, but having a few extra cannons is always helpful. Let's turn those into warp gates as well, just to make it a bit easier to warp in a few extra units. It's only really for when the excrement has hit the fan that you'll need to do that. Once you've done that, you've crossed the line. If you're having to hold the line by just constantly warping in units, it tends to mean you're going to go downhill from there. But it's always useful to have. So another attack is forming because, well, you know it is. It's a sort of game where that happens, sort of level where that happens, sorry, because, well, the attacks are pretty much constant, so that's the idea. You're holding the line. Now here comes an offensive attack here. Not much to write home about. A few hybrids will get picked up, or picked off, very quickly, because there's so much attack power there. Those got picked up nicely. And there it is, either attacking the ground, the ground defences is in the cannons, and they're down, but so are the Brood Lords now. There's a Corruptor there, I don't know what your stat's going to be, because it's outnumbered probably about 15 to 1 when you actually shoots it. So the Corruptors can only shoot air, so it was probably a bad move for that one in. There we go, there's a few more air units coming, so just send the Air Force round. The enemy slaying count is climbing dramatically now.
Commanding the shield of iron. Our matrix fields are within range. Engaging mass recall.
There we go, engaging mass recall means there's a few more units coming in, and most importantly...
But there is little time left. All that remains of our race, our civilization, are those that stand beside you now. Trust in each other. Strike as one will. Let our last stand burn a memory so bright, we will be remembered forever. Entaro Tassadar!
And there we go, that's all the reinforcements we're going to get. But we've got a mothership, which is very useful, because it's stealth everything, so this thing's a little hard to kill. And the amount of enemies slain has nearly reached what I need. One more attack and I'm there. The Protoss archive has already been sorted out, and now I'm trying to rebuild that wall for about the 57th time this game, sorry. Because this level takes a long time. So now I'm going to try to hopefully build it without, build it in a way where I don't lose the probe of the week. Or the pet probe. Nope, I'm sending things a bit too far up there really. I did see a load of units being morphed in, so yep, there we go, a load of banelings. Baneling suicide units will blow up buildings and walls, it's always a good idea to get rid of them. Right, there we go, we got more units coming in. And we're done.
Jeopardized my great plan, but in your recklessness, you mistook her for the true threat.
The Queen of Blades. How could we have known?
And there we go. This all happened because the Queen of Blades is dead, basically. And now the idea of the mission is to die. Literally. The idea of the mission is to have everything blown up. So what I do now is essentially going to still kill as many units as possible because there's an achievement related to it. But I'm going to stop rebuilding the walls.
March boldly without mineral field.
There's also going to do something stupid that I really shouldn't be doing. Attacking.
Our path is clear.
There isn't really much to attack. There's a few buildings at the side of the map, a few creep tumors, and the Omegalisks. So we're just going to go kill them because we can. There's no reason not to. The Omegalisk there being chased away by a bunch of interceptors. They're still shooting at it, but they can barely reach it.
Base is under attack.
And with that, that's that base. Or that mini base completely dealt with. All done. And on to the next one.
They will meet.
Because I might as well, there's no point everyone beating around the bush, I might as well just go and destroy it all I can. Which is exactly what I'm doing. As we push forward and forward, we're coming under attack from multiple sides still, but the ground forces are holding. The Omegalisks, on the other hand, are not holding because they stupidly can't attack upwards. Or even swing upwards, or even do anything upwards.
Base is under attack.
Here comes the hybrid, here comes a few little ones, and they all die and melt nicely. One more little area to clear out. There should be another Omegalisk over there. You don't get anything for killing all three of them as far as I can see, but... Oh, come in there just as an attack's turning up. So, run away, lure them into a false sense of security, and then blitz them with everything we got. Oh, there he comes. Now everyone's attacking. Pick up a few hybrids just to get them out of the fray. But I still want to kill as much stuff as possible. I mean, everything's done. Everything's all sorted. But everything needs just kill as much stuff as possible, basically. And that would be the last Omegalisk killed as well. So I mean, it makes me think that maybe you could actually push out and attack them. You didn't have to just sit here. You could try to take out the hatcheries and maybe clear them up a little bit, but the game doesn't let you do that. You're going to die, and you just need to accept it. This is now sort of a bit of a quiet before the storm. They're going to start attacking in massive numbers, so just build walls of zealots. Because I'm not building static defences anymore, because you have to die, so it's pointless building static defences. The Air Force is still ready, and need to make sure they're all building interceptors, because I forgot about that. Incoming another attack. Just hold things back, not help out unless I absolutely have to.
If only we had acted sooner.
So everything's starting to fall soon. Zeratul is now dead. Go in there just quickly to clear up that, Zeratul's fallen, but everything else is surviving so far. There's a lot of interceptors there.
There can be no doubt.
I'm going to try to build a base up here because I'm starting to run out of resources. I don't think it's going to really work that well, but we can try it. So down here there's lots of big units. Luckily the Ultralists decided to run away for some reason. But in they come. Because I think they're going to try to go around the long way. They're going to try to go in north where they could have got in without actually having to destroy anything. But the north is now, it's kind of got a big hole in its defences now. The air unit's going up to clear that one up, the little Air Force, but it's starting to reach the point where we need to just retreat everything back because it's all going to die horribly. In come the hybrids, being swarmed by all those little interceptor things. That yellow building there it's always going to be yellow because it's an allied unit. That was Protoss archive. It doesn't get destroyed. So we go up there and try to build cannons, building them a little too late because, well, the attack force is incoming. Use the probes, there's tons of probes harvesting from there, but use the probes to destroy any of the little creep tumors. Just to clear out a little bit of creep, just in case. Try to rebuild it again, if I can.
Faith, you must place that in a power field.
There we go, a few more units being destroyed, a few more attacks coming in from everywhere. I think trying to build that base may be a bit of a folly, really. I don't think it's going to work that well. Considering the hybrids is coming in thick and fast from all angles now. They are dying, but they're just coming in from all angles. It helps when those void rays just focus one of them down. They don't tend to survive too long there. Here we go. They've broken through the north now. The west is broken as well. It's just the east that's got walls on there. But everything of mine is starting to die now. So that would be the special Phoenix I had. So now it's time to build loads of stuff. As you can see there, I'm having a bit of a problem building zealots every now and again. It doesn't respond. I think because there's so much going on. There's so many interceptors flying around, so many missiles flying around. It actually fails to let me warp stuff in for some reason. So there we are, we're nearly at 2k units slain, enemy slain. And there we go, we just hit 2k and counting. That's how many units you kill in this level. And there we go, there's a little bit of Zerg creep there. We're building a few more carriers because, you know, why not? Destroy the creep tumors with probes because, again, why not? And now is the time to retreat because the walls are busted. There's nothing we can do about them now. It's now only a matter of time. There's a whole load of zealots there ready to try to attack some stuff. They're doing okay damage to them, to be honest. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad either. There we go, that's me there again, trying to build zealots and failing. Something's stopping me, even though I've got the supply. I think it's just there's too much going on this, the engine can't handle all of the shots that are being fired, all the interceptors flying around. But yeah, this is the beginning of the end now. There's only so much I can hold up against. Just warping in as many zealots as possible, killing off as many things as possible. The air force is slowly but surely being ripped apart. Although there are void rays in there completely ripping everything apart as well. The zealots there, the Zerglings don't stand a chance against the zealots, but everything else is going to die really quickly. And that was the mothership going. And there goes the carrier and the void ray.
Forgive me, great Tassadar. I wasn't strong enough.
There go the probes to try to kill that Ultralisk, and as you can tell, probes versus Ultralisk is not a good counter.
I return.
The Ultralisk tends to win that. I mean, the Ultralisk tends to win against most land units, to be honest. It's quite powerful, especially ones that aren't ranged. And this is it now, they're just going to destroy everything. You have to wait until every single building is destroyed, annoyingly. There's a couple of probes there, let's try to charge, try to, use them, final level attack, and they die.
Expended. It is finished.
There we go, 3 PIs to finish. And that's it for that mission. As you can see, there's achievements there for killing additional units. You only have to do it on normal. So the main achievement is to kill 2,250 units. I'm about 100 behind on this attempt, but if I'd actually bothered to rebuild walls rather than just sort of let them in, could have probably easily defeated that many units, because it just holds on for just long enough that you kill off a load more Zerglings, basically. More Protoss and Zerg research earned. Zerg research will be converted into cash. But that's it, really. There's nothing else for it. That's it for that mission. Sorry about the voice in post. I will try to not forget to record the audio next time, as it makes it a bit better if I record the audio while I play it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.